Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see all of you here. Welcome to Jazz Collective concert, first one of this semester. We're so pleased that you're here. I think you're in for a real treat. So, without further ado, I want to introduce our guest soloist who walked on stage with us. This young man came to Missouri Southern State University a few years back, a little while, and he was actually a trombone player. And so he studied trombone with me, but his heart was into guitar and playing the upright electric bass. He eventually decided to graduate and leave here and go on to Branson, and you can read his bio in the program, and has done some great things. We were just talking backstage, and he was telling me he does the Lennon Sisters Christmas show, and telling me what wonderful ladies the Lennon Sisters are, and that he enjoys their Christmas parties and all of that. So he's hanging around like some folks that rubbing elbows with those folks. But I'm so proud of him. He's done some wonderful things. We haven't seen each other for a couple of years, and the last time was, I think you got my wife and I tickets to the Branson Bell. You were playing that show. Yeah, 2-3 years ago, and he was kind enough in that performance to get us tickets, and actually came up and took us around the boat and all that. So it's a real pleasure, and I hope you will welcome him, and you'll get to hear from him musically in just a second. So this is Robert Terry on the guitar. And this concert is filled with a lot of jazz standards, and in order to do that, we need a really outstanding vocalist to perform with us, and we have one. We have an amazing young lady who is a student here. She's a sophomore, and she's in elementary education. Music, you're music now. Good for you. Good call. What changed that? What changed your mind? I don't know. She'll explain that later, I suppose. But we are so pleased to have her as our vocalist this year. She does some amazing things. And I told her that this show is pretty much hers, and features her, although you're going to hear some trombone quartet things, the jazz bones, and then Robert's going to play a couple of feature things for you. So, again, without further ado, would you please welcome our featured vocalist this evening, Emma.
I'm going to try not to embarrass myself this time with talking. I'm pretty much going to keep it as precise as possible. So, the first song I'm going to be doing is I Could Write a Book.
Is that what you want to do first?
I'm just covering the list.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
I could write a book. give it up for our soloist, Austin. And Robert, again. I know we just started, but we're going to go ahead and slow it down a little bit with a couple ballads. We're going to be doing My Funny Valentine and Here's That Rainy Day, kind of back to back, and it's going to be me and Robert.
Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Oh, so don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Maybe I should have saved those leftover dreams. Funny, but here's that rainy day. Here's that rainy day they told me about, and I laughed at the thought that it might turn out this way. Where is that worn out wish that I threw aside after it brought my lover near? Funny how love becomes a cold day. Funny, that rainy day is here.
Alright, let's bring it back up a little bit. We're gonna do Georgia on My Mind. I'm sure you guys all know this one, so I hope you like it.
reaching out to me. And now that I smile tenderly, but still in peaceful dreams, you know I see this road. It always leads back to my Georgia, my Georgia. No peace do I find, just that old sweet song. He's Georgia on my mind. Another arms come reaching out to me. Another eye smile tenderly, but still in peaceful dreams. You know I see this road. It always leads back to your my Georgia girl, and our peace to find, just that old sweet song. Keep Georgia on my mind, Georgia on my mind. Alright, so I have to go now, but you will keep. I'll be back. Trust me. Did you guys enjoy our guest guitarist, Robert? You'll be hearing some more from him, and then you'll be hearing some more from our trombone quartet, which is new, the Jazz Bones. So that'll be fun. Up next we have Robert. My turn. Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say other than it's a real privilege to be back at Missouri Southern. It's just amazing to stand on the stage again. It's a real honor, and I just can't thank Dr. Wise enough for having me. And it's been fun to see a few faces that I haven't seen in a while out there in the audience. So I'm going to play a couple of tunes for you. The first one's going to be When You Wish Upon a Star from Walt Disney. I think it was 1939-ish, maybe. What was it? Snow White, I believe. And this is kind of an interesting arrangement, I guess. I've stole most of it, kind of made it my own. But it has a couple of little clever guitar tricks in it that Chet Atkins and Lenny Breau kind of pioneered back in the 60s and 70s. You'll see what I mean. It kind of turns the guitar into more of a harp-sounding instrument. So guitar has a lot of problems. You can't play certain intervals, but if you're a little bit clever, you can find ways around these things. So I hope you enjoy. This is When You Wish Upon a Star. Wish me luck.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That's, you see what I mean? It's got the little tricky harp sound. It almost sounds like a harp, not what you're used to out of your guitar. It's a bit of a handful. I'd like to do one more tune, and this one, unfortunately, is not really known as a jazz tune. I already got it cleared. He said it was okay. It's more of a pop tune, kind of a country tune. Glenn Campbell had a hit on this tune back in the 60s. It's called Gentle on My Mind. And I do a little bit of touring with a Glenn Campbell tribute group. I love this tune, and I never get to play it like this because the guy always sings it, so it's kind of a nice chance to get to play this arrangement. Hope you enjoy it. Gentle on My Mind, Mr. Glenn Campbell.
This is more of a country feel sort of thing. That's what we do in Branson, where I'm from.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Can we get our vocalist back and our band back? It's time for the trombones.
Trombone guys, come on up. You know, it's interesting over the years, and I've taught a few, going on 40. That's a few. But I've had some really amazing talent to work with, and in spite of me, some of them have done really, really well in the professional world. In Branson, of course, Robert's working there, and then, thank you guys. And he was, we were just talking about some other guys that are Southern alum, Wes Smith, who just finished playing the Johnny Mathis show, that's right, just finished working with Johnny Mathis. Christmas show in Branson. And Ryan Hearn, another former student, he just emailed me, texted me a couple weeks ago. He's performing with the Texas Tenors. He's a drummer. Has been with them, I don't know, 3 or 4, 5 years now. Was with Andy Williams before that. And he texted me and he said, "How you doing?" You know, kids today. "How you doing?" I said, "Doing good. How are you?" He said, "Good. I seem to remember you were from Iowa." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'm in Ottumwa, Iowa." is that where you were from? And I said, yeah, born and raised there. And he goes, well, we're playing a show. I said, great, my mom lives there. She loves the Texas Tenors. He said, great, I'll get her a ticket. She can just come by. So I talked to Mom, and she said, I already have tickets. I'm already going. And I said, okay, cool. Well, I want you to go up after the show, and Ryan, the drummer, will be there to show you around. And he'll take you backstage so you can meet those guys. And she was pretty thrilled about that. And actually, one of the guys in the group at the school in the Tumwell I worked at, which I didn't know. So anyway, Ryan's performing as well. And I don't know, there's some other, David Wallace is there, and Rachel. Melanie Holst, you there? Yeah, there's some Southern folks out there. Jaron Davis, yeah, he played the boat, and now he's out east doing some playing. So a lot of great musicians have come out. So I take very little credit for that. They're just talented musicians.
Oh, you don't need music for this, do you?
Oh, I do need music for this.
No, you don't need me for this. You don't need me for this.
I don't.
I'll just say it.
Gremlins. All right, I'm almost through in just a second. So this group, we started just a few months ago, and we call ourselves the Jazz Bones. And they let me join in with them, which is I'm very grateful for. And it's always fun. So this is a tune called The Girl from Ipanema. This is a trombone quartet. This is arranged by a gentleman from California named Robert Elcure. He does some great stuff. So we hope you enjoy The Girl from Ipanema. So you didn't know you were going to be serenaded by trombones, did you? Let that be a warning to you. That's dangerous stuff. So we're going to do one more piece for you with the Jazz Bones, and this time have the rhythm section join us. This is a classical work and entitled Pavon, and it's a nice piece written in sort of a contemporary Latin style, and we're going to feature Robert on this. So this is Pavon. here in trombone, Dylan. And Aaron Bug over here on bass trombone. Jazz bone. All right. Give us just a second. Reorganize here. And please welcome Emma back to the stage.
Great. I'm back. Next thing we'll be doing is one note samba.
Is that the one you want to do?
I think so. It's
Okay.
a paper size.
So this is a samba?
It's a samba. It's just a samba built upon a single note, and the notes are bound by rope, but the roots still are not. Now this new one is the consequence of the one we just been through, as I'm bound to be the unavoidable consequence of you. There's so many people who can talk like a fucking just say no. And I come along to go down, and it comes to nothing, and it ain't nothing. So I come back to my first note, is I must come back to you. I will pour into that one note all the love I feel for you. Anyone who wants a whole show, and me my soul antidote, he will find himself in my show. Better play that note, you know. It's just a little samba built upon a single note. My bands are bound to follow, but the rules still I know. Now this new one is the consequence of the one we just been through, as I'm bound to be the unavoidable consequence of you. There's so many people who can talk and just say nothing. And I thought about the screw, I know enough of you to come to nothing, and it ain't nothing. So I come back to my first note, is I must come back to you. I will pour into that one note all the love I feel for you. Anyone who runs the whole show, and me pass on that you know, he will find himself in no show. Better play that note, you know. Did anybody get those words?
I didn't get the chords.
Okay. There's so many people who can talk and talk and talk and just say nothing. Raise your hand if you've ever met anybody like that. Or you've been that person. All right. So we have one final tune for you, and it's called Dream a Little Dream of Me.
I have an idea.
What?
Let's do 2 more tunes.
Oh wow, yes, we have one more tune. I'm so sorry. I skipped, I got excited. Anyways, we have another tune. It's called Like Someone in Love. And it will feature Dylan Jones, soloist on the bass. So, here's our
first to last tune, like someone in love. Now we finally come to that time. Our last song. I promise. Did I miss anything?
Sure you just want to do one more?
I think so.
Okay. Well, let me just take this opportunity to thank our guest soloist once again, Robert, for being really great. So easy to work with, and even as a student, he was easy to work with. We played lots of gigs together over the years. He was part of the jazz combo group that we toured to British Columbia and out in Western Canada, and some great times. So glad you're doing well, and his lovely wife's not here this evening, but two Madison and Dylan. Yeah, that's a popular name. Maybe he'll grow up to play bass. Yeah, so thanks again for coming. Thanks for another round. And of course, our featured vocalist this evening. Isn't she talented? She's going to go on to do Emma Miller. She's just a sophomore, and you're going into education, so you'll be here another 16 years or so. So that would be nice. I'll still be around, so we'll do some things. So yeah, this last tune, she introduced it, Dream a Little Dream. We hope we leave you with that. You might notice on the back of your program there are a number of different upcoming concerts. We're very, very proud of our music department here. We do some great things, and we appreciate your support. So come out to any of those, you're welcome. I think everything is free of charge. We try to make it as open to the community and those folks around who want to come and enjoy great music. And hopefully this evening, you leave us a little better than you came, joyful that the power of music has on our emotions. So dream a little dream of me. Not personally, but just pick something. My wife can't. Two, 3, 4.
Sweet dreams till something